Hey guys, so today I am going to be going over the meal plan and the containers and just showing you how to follow that and how to use them. So first of all, I do want to make it clear that each program has its own specific meal plan. Though if you bought the Beachbody On Demand All Access package challenge pack, then you would have gotten something called a portion fix in the mail, and that is just a regular meal plan, but it's not. It's for the 21-day fix, but it's not for anything else. So make sure that you, whatever program you're doing, if you're not doing the 21-day fix, or even if you are, make sure you're going on the on-demand website thing and actually looking at the meal plan for that program. Because even like the 21-day fix and 21-day fix extreme, they're two different meal plans. So just because it's the same name kind of does not mean it's the same thing. And so there are a lot of them that are very similar, but there are other ones that are very different. So just make sure that you're paying attention to that. The reason being is because all of our programs are different intensity levels. So something that like a dancing thing where you're not, you're not doing as much, you might not be eating as much. Whereas if you're doing something like hardcore lifting weights, like really heavy weights and stuff, you're going to be eating more because it's more intensity. The only physical copy I have of one is for Core de Force, so that's what I'm going to be going over. But like I said, make sure that you are going into your program and figuring out your meal plan. So first of all, the first thing you would do is figure out your calorie bracket range thing. So this is like an equation up here. It tells you all the math you have to do, but you take your weight and then you times it by 11, you get that, and then just do the rest of the math equation. And then this N number right here, that's going to be the number for your calorie target. But before I go on, I do want to say that, if your goal is to not lose weight, then you're going to skip that last step. If your goal is to lose weight, then go ahead and do it. But if you want to, you don't want to lose any more weight, if you want to, stay the way you are, maybe build some muscle or whatever, just go ahead and skip that last step. And it should say that on the meal plan as well. But so yeah, let's just say I'm on plan A. So that is, so you would flip the next page, or if you're on the computer, just scroll down. And so then if I'm on plan A, so plan A would be here, and then B, C, D. And so if plan A, this would be how many containers that I need to fill up each day for those colors. So, for example, I would need to eat 3 veggies, 2 fruits, 4 proteins, 2 carbs, 1 healthy fat, 1 seasoned dressing, and then 2 oils and nut butters. So that means you are filling up, let's just stick on the veggies, so 3 veggie containers. That means you are filling up your green container 3 times per day. That does not mean, all of those amounts of meals per day. You don't have to eat, however, just say that's like 10. I know it's more than 10, but you don't have to eat 10 meals a day. You just have to fill up the containers however many times it tells you per day. So, you can include a lot of the containers together in a meal. You don't have to eat them all separately. So don't think that. And then another thing I want to say is that I know that a lot of people, for some reason, think that if you want to lose weight, that means you need to eat less. But that is not the case. Do not do that because your body actually will hold on to fat and store it. If you're like starving yourself, or you're just not eating the proper amount of nutrients that your body needs. If you're not eating enough, then your body will hold on to that fat and store it, and so you either won't lose the weight, or it'll become way harder to do so, or you'll hit some sort of plateau and you won't be able to move on from there. So make sure that you are sticking in the calorie range that it tells you. If you are so like these plans are made by like the top nutritionists in the country. So like, don't think this is just some random person doing this. This is top people are really, really smart that do this. So they know what they're talking about. So just trust them. But anyway, so if you are someone who is super, super active, like if you are a waitress or a teacher or something, you stand on your feet all day long, then and you are still hungry after eating all those containers, then you can go ahead and bump up a calorie bracket. So like me, I'm a manager at a restaurant, so I do bump up a calorie bracket because I'm on my feet all day long, so I'm burning a lot more calories. these meal plans are based off of the amount of calories you're going to be burning during your actual workout. So if you're super active outside of your workout, not just sitting down at a desk all day long, then you may need to pump up the calorie bracket only if you are still hungry. Now, if you are, so like I know people are going to be looking at these containers and thinking like, there's no way in hell I'm going to be able to be full, that you're going to still be hungry, but that's not true. I promise. These containers look small, but you can fit so much food in here. On more days than not, and at least in the beginning, it was actually a lot harder for me to get all the food in. So with that, if you are literally like forcing yourself to eat, you cannot physically eat anymore, that's okay. It just takes some time for your body to adjust to eating that much food. And even if you were eating a lot before, it takes your body time to adjust to eating the right foods, the stuff that actually is filled with good stuff. So for example, I'm raising my hand before I say this because I am 100% guilty of this. But how many times have you, sat down on your couch or something, watching a TV show or a movie or something with a bag of chips, and by the end of the show, you look down and the entire bag of chips is gone, but you're still hungry. You're like, holy crap, I just ate this entire bag, so how the hell am I still hungry? Well, it's because it's just junk. It has no nutritional value, there's no nutrients in it to actually fuel your body, so you're still going to be hungry. But when you're eating, fruits, veggies, healthy carbs, all that stuff, then, that is made with real food. So that is going to fill you up faster than junk would. So if, like I said, if it's really hard for you to get all the food in, do not drop your calorie bracket. Do not do that. Just try your best to get as much in, and then over time, it'll be easier for you. So let's say let's say you are in plan D. So you're in the highest calorie bracket down here. So that is, it's a lot of food to eat. So let's just say at the end of the day, you have 2 green containers, 1 red, 1 yellow. So it'd be 2 veggies, 1 protein, 1 healthy carb. I would try to cut that in half and eat that. So like, if you came home from work or whatever, or it's dinner time and you're like, holy crap, I still have all these containers to eat, but I'm just not that hungry. So cut those containers in half. So I would eat 1 green container instead of the 2, and then half of a yellow and half of a red. And then over time, eat a little bit more, and build up to what you're supposed to be eating. Just do your best to follow this exactly how it says. Now, just to go over the actual list of foods. So each one, I think I skipped a page. No, I didn't. Each category, like food category, has an entire list of foods to go in those containers. So it's not restrictive at all. That's what I love about these, because I am actually an extremely picky eater. I always have been since I was really young. I'm getting better now that I'm getting older. I'm more willing to try things at least, but I'm still pretty picky. So it's really great that I have all these options, because if not, then there's no way in hell I can ever do this. So to go on to that as well, if you don't like something, you don't have to eat it. I would just like cross it out of your meal plan. You don't think you have to eat every single one of these items. You don't have to. That's the good part about it. You can eat what you do like, and then that's good. That's all you have to do. But I also wanted to say that sometimes it'll, like, you can just fill up the container. So like, for example, let's say like grapes. You can fill up the purple container with grapes, and that would be 1 purple container. But let's say you're doing something like, I'll use yellow or carbs, for example, because most of the carbs actually don't fit in here. So, like a whole grain piece of bread is obviously not going to fit in this container. So it'll actually tell you next to the food, whatever it is, it'll tell you what it's equivalent to make it a full container. So for a piece of bread, 1 piece of bread would be 1 yellow container. So make sure that you're actually reading through the whole thing and seeing what it's equivalent to. Also, for example, like eggs, that's 2 large eggs equals 1 protein. So yeah, just make sure you're reading all the way through that. And then just to kind of tell you, I don't actually have all the containers right here with me, but so your green containers will be your veggies, your purple is your fruits, and they actually come with these little label things, so it makes it pretty easy for you. So purple your fruit, green your veggie, yellow is your healthy carbs, blue is your healthy fats, orange is your seeds and like your oils, and then sorry, no, it wasn't. The teaspoons are your oils and your nut butters, and then the orange is things like seeds and dressing. So like if you had, you know, any kind of dressing, it's just seeds, nuts, and dressings. But yeah, so what in the beginning it might be a little complicated when you're first kind of learning it. Not really complicated, but just a little more difficult. You might be a little bit confused or so. Just trying to figure out which container is which. But like I said, it comes with the label, so that should be pretty easy. But once you get it, I'm telling you, it's so easy. You know, you won't even have to be looking in the book anymore. You can just think of it off the top of your head. At least if it's something that you normally do eat, it's not something new that you're trying. You know, you'll know exactly what the correct portion size is. That way you don't have to keep going back into your book every single time. And then it also, I keep closing my book, I don't know why. It also will tell you about free food. So there's a whole list of stuff that you can have for free at any time, as much as you want. That's like spices and stuff like that. And then it also, it'll tell you like what you can do for like coffee or tea. It'll tell you what to stay away from, what you could add into it. It'll tell you, you know, what the equivalent like to a container would be. So it's pretty detailed in here, and it'll tell you exactly how much to drink or eat or whatever. So definitely make sure you're either reading through the booklet, or on your computer on your on-demand website, that you go through each meal plan and actually look through everything. It also comes with some recipes in here, which is pretty awesome. I know every single one of the meal plans do have that. So like Quarter Force, for example, has breakfast, lunch, snacks, dinner. They have a bunch of different ones that you know, they could just give you, which is pretty awesome, I think. But yeah, that's kind of it for the meal plan. Oh, I did also want to say, do not cut any containers out, any food groups out. For some reason, society has just made it to where everyone thinks that carbs are really bad, that, you know, you can't lose weight if you eat carbs, or you can't reach your goals if you eat carbs, but that is just not true. You know, obviously there are some carbs that you shouldn't have, but there are other carbs, there are healthy carbs that your body needs to fuel itself. So do not just stop eating carbs. Do not do that. I know people think that they should, and so that can actually like damage your results. That can hurt you in the long run. So don't do that. Keep your you know, eat every container that it tells you, every food group that it tells you to. And then as far as the containers go, and I will actually show you this whenever we go over like meal planning and stuff, whenever I actually show you my video on how I do it, you'll actually be filling these containers up and then just making sure that the lid can like close, and then that's how you would know it'd be one full container. But yeah, that's kind of it about the meal plan. Like I said, each program has its own specific meal guide for it, so make sure that you are looking at that and not just looking at a random one on a random program. Make sure you're following yours. And we'll go over like cheat meals and stuff like that later on. Just know that, like I just keep saying, that every single program, or not every single one, but a lot of the programs are different, do have different meal plans. So some of them allow you to have other ones, or allow you to have some foods, while like other programs don't. So like I know like the 21-Day Fix allows you to have wine. Quarter Force does not. So like there's different ones. It just depends on your program. So make sure you're reading through that. Man, I feel like I was about to say something and I forgot. I think that's it. I don't know what I was about to say, but if you guys have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me and I can help you with whatever it is. But yeah, that's how you do your meal plan. Oh, I remember. So, a lot of people like will message me and be like, oh, can I have this? Can I have this? Well, pretty much if it's not on that list, it's not approved, so you can't have it. Now I'm not saying you can never have this stuff ever again, because like I said a little bit ago, I'm gonna go over cheat meals later on, and I don't expect you guys to never indulge in your snacks or whatever you like again, because I know I would never do that. I definitely still eat pizza and ice cream and chocolate and all that good stuff. It's just not every day. So yeah, like I said, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I will, help you as ever I can. And I hope you guys are having a great day, and we'll talk tomorrow. Bye.